Again, my name is Toni McFadden. I'm the Minority Outreach and Healthy Relationships Director for Students for Life of America. It is an honor to speak on behalf of supporting the long-standing Hyde Amendment that has protected 2.4 million lives since 1976. I keep hearing from the pro-choice Democrats that women of color, poor women, minorities, are the reason that the Hyde Amendment needs to be eradicated. They say the Hyde Amendment is racist and discriminatory. Last time I checked, there was not a lack of access for abortion for women of color. Black women are 5 times more likely to have an abortion than white women. Maybe that's because the majority of Planned Parenthood's abortion facilities are located within walking distance in low-income and minority areas. As a Black woman, I adamantly disagree that the Hyde Amendment is rooted in racism. In fact, it is racial injustice to try to gut this life-saving amendment. I have been on both sides of this issue. I had a chemical abortion my senior year of high school. 2 months later, I ended up severely hemorrhaging. By the grace of God, I did not lose my life along with my preborn child like 24 other women that we know of who have lost their lives taking these very same pills. Those seeking to expand abortion and force taxpayers to fund it argue that publicly funded abortions bring women success, liberty, and freedom. I don't know if these people have ever actually talked to or met the people that they're advocating for this, but I've never seen a poor woman's financial circumstance change because she ended the life of her child. My circumstance certainly did not change or improve after the abortion industry sold me my abortion. But I know many post-abortive women that for years suffered in silence and shame like I did, until I entered one of the nation's thousands of pregnancy resource centers and received counseling. That's when I received my freedom. Black women, poor women, minorities, when are we going to wake up and see that the pro-choice Democrats are using us to push their political agenda? That the abortion industry is using us and killing our children to increase their profit margins? Make no mistake, this is a crisis. The number of Black Americans is rapidly declining. And this is not primarily because of heart disease or cancer, but because the leading cause of death in our community is abortion. Even with the Hyde Amendment protecting babies of color from taxpayer-funded abortions, more than 800 innocent Black babies die of abortion violence in the womb every single day. Yet the pro-choice Democrats still say that we don't have access to abortion. How many more Black babies do they want dead? If the Hyde Amendment is gutted after 40 years of bipartisan support, I can guarantee that the result will not improve lives of women and families of color. The result will be more dead Black children. I think it's ironic that the pro-choice Democrats are obsessed with talking about racism and discrimination, but want us all to be completely silent about the leading cause of death in the Black community, which is 100% preventable. Anyone who really cared about our community would be working to combat the violent efforts to control our population by killing our children. Working to strike down the Hyde Amendment protections is the exact opposite of racial justice. It is pure racial injustice. Planned Parenthood's founder, Margaret Sanger, infamously said, "We don't want word to get out that we want to eliminate the Negro population." Well, I do want the word to get out. And I will not be silent as long as women like myself are targeted by the violent and discriminatory lies of the abortion industry and their political allies. It's not enough to disavow Sanger or take her name off of buildings. The only remedy to ending Sanger's deadly legacy is by stopping the predatory abortion industry. As a minimal starting point, that means continuing to protect taxpayers from subsidizing the attack on women and children of color. Voices like mine are rising up, and we will not be silent. Thank you.